All right, Broncos country. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Hey, it's the start of OTAs, and this is Bo Nix's first really big test. And Sean Payton and the coaching staff, Pete Carmichael, everybody else, they're going to get a very clear idea of how much of this playbook Bo Nix has been able to digest and retain. Because if he performs very well with these few things I'm going to outline here in just a moment, I think it's going to give him a nice shot at being that week one starter. And that's my hope. And I imagine in OTAs, some of this stuff is going to be required for him early on to eventually pass Jarrett Stidham as that starting quarterback. And so some of that has to do with mastering the huddle, okay? So what does this look like, guys? Let's go ahead and break this down, shall we? So first off, we have the huddle, okay? Notice how everybody on the team that's in the play has a specific spot to line up. Center will be the first man to set up 7 yards behind the ball. Sometimes you see other offenses, it's just 6 yards, which is interesting. Remember, only 40 seconds to get the play started, all right? Keep a consistent huddle. The shape and appearance is the responsibility of each man. Guys, take a look. This is a oval, not a circle, making sure everybody has view of the quarterback, all right? So let's continue on. The QB must talk straight out, not up in the air or to the ground. See all of your men, okay? You need to handle this with confidence and with presence and with speaking to everybody, okay? But Bo needs to be able to call these plays clearly so everybody can hear and set the right tempo before they break the huddle, okay? Now, how exactly do you call the play once you're kind of commanding the huddle? You're lined up correctly in the huddle, okay? All right, now, Nix, when he's running that huddle, he's going to be relaying all this information, guys, to the team. What does that mean? The formation, the play, the snap count, all of that, okay? And then when he gets there, he's going to have to produce a cadence at the line of scrimmage that's going to help set the protections, that's going to activate any shifts that are called during the play call, and then also confirming that they're going to run the play that was called in the huddle. As you get deeper into the playbook, you'll be able to see that there are words given or code words, calls given to where, hey, if they get a certain look, they will kill a play. And they'll kill that based on some sort of call at the line. I think in this case, it's a certain color, okay? Then they will shift into the play that's called afterwards. Bo is going to have to identify all this stuff pre-snap if he's going to run a Sean Payton offense effectively, okay? And I can scroll down here a little bit. You see there's examples of putting the team in action in 4 ways, guys. There's the first sound. There's color, such as ready blue. There's on 1 or 2 or 3, okay? On the amount of huts that you're giving. There's a ton of different snap counts that Bo is going to have to know, and he's going to have to not only know it himself, but relay it to the team effectively for getting the play in motion, getting it activated, okay? There are some other things such as Omaha. You might have remembered this from Peyton Manning. I think that this is used a little bit differently, but this means that the ball just needs to be snapped quickly here, okay? This is something where we're running out of time. We just need to get the play off. We need to get running. Here with the New York Giants, Rambo is called at the line of scrimmage if an extended receiver or back is uncovered on the defense. This offense will freeze with linemen in a 2-point stance. The ball is snapped on the first sound, okay? We will use protection 3-4-7. Again, there are a ton of protections that he's going to have to know if there are 2 backs in the field. Anyways, this is to make sure the formation is legally set before they have 1 full count before the snap. So there's a lot of things to call to make sure that the team is in the right place before even snapping the ball. And then this is the checkoff system, okay? What I was talking about. If they see a certain look where they check to another play, where they audible, There are plenty of play calls that might be given where they're called to disregard the color, okay? That's called at the line, like blue 80 or green 80, stuff like that. The call does then the call designed live then the call then call the designed live color at the line of scrimmage. The offense will disregard the live color and run the play that was called in the huddle. This will discourage anyone who might pick up on the live color. Yes, so there are times where a defense might identify, oh, when they call green, this is what happens. Well, then Sean Payton's going to call something where he's going to call that green color, but it's been relayed to the team to ignore whatever color is being called at the line. So there are a bunch of different checks and moves that can be made throughout a game to confuse a defense further on. And a lot of this, even just from a play calling perspective, how much is Bo Nix going to be able to do during OTAs and training camp? We're just going to have to find out. But in terms of mastering the play call language, that's a science in itself. And they're going to get their first look at what he's going to be able to do early on in OTAs, okay? Can he call alerts? Can he call different audibles? Again, the formations, it's crazy. Even the personnel groups, okay? Even just getting that down, it can take a little while for that, as you can see here. And then these are just the basic backfield sets. Again, we don't see these formations as often now, where it's more spread offense, shotgun, all of that, 10 personnel, 11 personnel, all of that. But multiple fullback or multiple backs, fullback, halfback back there. And I mean, I'm on page, let's go to page like 27. It's still all the formations, okay? So it's going to be interesting to see like how much Sean Payton kind of cuts this down for first-year quarterbacks in the system like Bo Nix or Zach Wilson. But these are just the static formations. And then you got to get into the motion packages, okay? Fly, motion, peel, divide, fly tight, peel tight, divide tight, opposite. All of these are calling different motions pre-snap, and Bo Nix is going to have to be able to understand when these motions are called, what the defense is doing, and then see if they're going to still run the play that was called or check or audible into another play based on the look the defense is giving him, guys. This is a lot of information. Thank you for sticking with me on this, but I just wanted to give you guys a quick preview of what might be expected from Bo Nix coming out in OTAs, some things that he has likely been preparing for this week. And a lot of that has to do with just calling the right plays, understanding how the huddle works, because you haven't had a lot of experience of running the huddle in college. And if he is able to make great progress in this, I think you're going to see him having a great shot starting week 1. Y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you guys want to see more of this New York Giants playbook stuff, it was pretty interesting. Again, you can just Google it and you'll see a 450 plus page PDF pop up on Google, and you can go through it, just understanding how much information there is to fully get down one of these insane Sean Payton playbooks. So thank you so much for your time. Hopefully you found this informative. If you did, smash that like and subscribe and comment down below. I'll be back tomorrow. And as always, y'all, go Broncos.